Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're probably going to do a little bit of a day of life today, so we're just heading out to Canadian Tire for some parts for the Bongo. It's been acting up a little bit. Had a little bit of a valve lifter noise, I think. It was like click, 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 click. This probably hasn't had an oil change on it since I got it, but it doesn't do a lot of miles. But I'm going to pick up some oil. We don't really know what filter this uses because it's a Japanese import, but we'll do what we can. We might leave the old filter on for now and just at least put some new oil in there. I put some of that Rizlone, it's called lifter or engine treatment, Rizlone engine treatment in. It seemed to quiet it down quite a bit. I ran at pretty good speeds on the highway there to kind of flush it through. I'm just wondering if I didn't use the Bongo at high enough RPMs. I know these little Japanese engines, this is a 1.8 or maybe even a 2-liter 4-cylinder in here. So I know they're supposed to rev pretty high, at least on the smaller versions, but I usually don't rev very high. I'm a pretty slow driver, generally speaking. But maybe that's detrimental to this small engine, I'm not sure. So we'll see what we can do. We're also going to pick up some ratchet straps. I've got the sides off the Bongo right now, and it's just pretty convenient just to throw stuff in with the low ledges. So I'm gonna grab some straps so I can throw things in there and then put the ratchets on them, and you know, that's pretty secure. And I'll throw a tarp over them as well. So we're just here at our local kind of mall section here, so let's get to it and see what we can find. All right, we just arrived at our local Canadian Tire shop here. So we'll see if we get those straps, some oil. So here's what I was saying. I took the sides off the Bongo. They just slide onto these little posts I had. The center one over there is missing because some of the slag in the female post prevented it from going down all the way. So what I'm finding is when I'm doing scrapping and stuff, it's quite easy just to throw stuff over the side here. It's not a lot of work. Whereas if I have these giant sides that don't open on the side, you have to put it in through the back and then, you know, sometimes jump in here and in and out. It's a bit of work. I'm not getting any younger here. So either I'll put some sliding doors on here or just leave it as is for now. And if I have some big loads I know of, I'll put the sides on. It's easy enough. But for now, I think I'll leave them off. And one of the other things I was looking at this bed. I washed it up a bit last night. I don't know if you can tell over there, but it is a little bit cleaner. The rust and stuff just is surface rust. So, you know, there's a little bit of a clean section. Just used a abrasive pad and it came right off. So I was thinking possibly clean this all up, get a paintbrush and roll on some metal paint, anti-rust paint maybe, but also get one of those gym mats. There's a fellow selling one that's 5x8 over in Surrey, which is not too far from here, over where Phil is. So might end up buying that and just putting that in there and see. The only downside is when you put things in the truck, they won't be able to slide in nicely. It'll be, you know, kind of stuck on that rubber. But it sure would save the truck a bit, and it's probably quieter too, loading things, right? I had wood in here before, it was okay. But we'll try the mat out possibly. If we get out that way, we'll buy it from him if he's around, and see if that improves our process a bit. So let's just head inside and we'll see about those ratchet straps and some oil. Okay, we're in the car care products here. Didn't buy that Rizlone stuff here. I bought it at Lordco, which is another car care company here. Let's see what they want for it here. Yeah, so that's what I put in. That Rizlone. It's supposed to be good for the quieting the lifts. It did quiet it down a little bit. I just heard it pulling in, but it's definitely better than it was. So what we need is a little bit of oil. I don't think we want to put anything too fancy in there, so I think the cheapest will do, because we might be draining it out again pretty quick. So 520? No, probably not. 10.30 for $30 for 5 liters. That's probably the ticket. Look at that. It was $56. Holy man. Getting expensive out there, people. Let's grab one of these and see about the tarps, which I think are right down here. Sorry, I said tarps, I meant straps.
First I forgot to put it back. So it's been like that for 2 days. And then it was just like, hey, shit, have you done it? Oh,
Some of the staff was just over there chatting away, so we don't need anything fancy, that's for sure. 23 bucks, 26 bucks. I did look on Amazon, and the nice thing is they have some straps that have a hook like that, but then they call it like a safety hook that comes across here. So the Bongo just has little hooks that hang down, so you have to wrap those straps around. They don't have eyelets, so that was the other thing. I was thinking about putting some eyelets on. So, alright, give me a minute, I'll figure out which one of these to buy. Okay, well I guess we're just going to go with these. A little bit on sale there. 25 bucks for 4 straps. The 500-pound capacity, or maybe 1,500, I can't quite tell, but they're 14 foot, which is quite a bit longer than we need. So it might be super handy, but might be okay. So let's just grab those. I'm just going to go check the eyelets and see what those are worth. Alright, so we're out of Canadian Tire there. We ended up picking up the Castrol GTX 530, a little bit better I think, the 10 weight for the truck. So the summer weight, the 5 is a little probably too thin, plus that valve thing. I think you want a little bit thicker oil for valve problems. Got some window washer fluid as well, just in case. I was going to show you guys another kind of interesting thing about the truck. I don't really show the truck that much, but I guess I could show some of the weird quirky things. So if you wanted to change a few things, most of it's located under the seats. So you pop the seat down, slide it forward, and it's got this little compartment case down here with these little kind of wing nuts. So you just spin these off. I already got one off, so I'll just take this one off. And this little compartment, just a little piece of aluminum or a little piece of stamped steel, just pops off. So it's just kind of a cover. It just pops in on the sides there, and there's only 2 holding parts. So that gives you access to a little bit of things. One of them being is the coolant reservoir. So that's a little bit low. I'm pretty sure I have some of that at home. And there's part of the engine. The other seat will flip up as well, and that gives you like that full access to the engine. That whole side is open. So when I get home, maybe I'll pop that open as well and just give you guys a quick look while we fill up that coolant reservoir. So we're heading back and show you that in a minute. Pretty nice looking day out there. I think Cruiser Mac is just over there on the ferry. He's heading out for a fishing trip. That'll be nice. And I don't know what we got growing here. Looks like potatoes or something maybe. Usually we have potatoes. There's blueberries this time of year coming up pretty quick. And quite a lot of crops. There's the mountains over there. So let's get back and do a little truck maintenance. Alright, we're back at the house. Grab the yellow can of Prestone antifreeze 50/50 mix there. Gonna add that. So we're not running hot or anything, but it's just the overflow reserve. I did replace the thermostat last year on the Bongo. That was a bit of work, but it's all good and it runs nice and cool. So I wanted to show you how you get into the passenger side engine compartment. That first one I showed you is just under the driver's side, that little steel plate cover. To get into the passenger side, you go into the center here. There's a little drawstring, pull string here. Releases the center seat, and that's, you can put all your drinks, your books, maps, pencils, pens in there. Quite handy. And then back here, let's see if I can get it. There's another little pull, and that pull there will release the passenger seat. There you go. So there's a better look at that. There's a little pull mechanism. And that flops that down. And underneath the front here, there's a little vinyl with some adhesive there. They just have these clips. I've already got this one undone, just your standard latch clip. So there's one there, you pull that down, and there's one in the middle there. Let's see how this works. So you grab that, grab the whole seat, the whole unit will flip up, exposing the engine. And you have pretty good access to everything here. It is tight in there, but that's alright. I'll show you one more thing. There's a little built-in strap here on the side that'll hook into the front here. There's a little, let's see there, a little clip, and that'll hold the seat up for you. So let me put that on. There's the little strap that comes around to the front. Just hooks on there. I'm not sure that's 100% how you use it, but that's how I use it. It's got multiple little pockets there if you wanted to make it shorter or longer. I think that's what that's for. That's what I've been using it for, so hopefully it is. So there's a look at the Bongo engine. It's a 4-cylinder, I want to say like 1.8 liter Mazda engine. It's running pretty good, except for now we've got that little, what I suspect is a tick 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 from the old lifter. So whether that means this thing's curtains or it all has to be taken apart, I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert mechanic, but what I'll do is I'll lift up the driver's seat there and I'll turn this on. You guys can take a listen. It does vary. Like sometimes the clicking's there, sometimes it's not. So I'm not really sure what that indicates, but I would imagine it's valves because it does vary with the engine speed, the RPMs usually, but then it'll disappear completely. So not too sure. So give me a second. I'll open up that other seat over there and turn on the Bongo. So there's the passenger side seat open, and there's the driver's access portal here. Of course, there's just 2 bolts, and then the driver's seat will come out as well. So let's turn this on. This is live, so we'll see if the ticking noise comes or not. Contact. Yeah, pretty faint right now. But I do hear a little kind of clicky-clacky back in there. Oh. Let's give it a little gas and see. Yeah, not bad at all right now, but 10 minutes ago or something, it was clacking pretty heavy. So let me know if you think that's something else, but I'll try and get some more footage later today when it's ticking away, and maybe I'll leave the seat open while I'm driving and we can hear it or something. So I'm just going to add up some coolant in there, and we should be on some new adventures. I think we may end up heading over to Vancouver or Surrey. We do have some small material we could drop off anyhow, some bigger stuff. There's a water tank and a few other things just to get it out of here. And not a lot of money, but it's good to get rid of it. And yeah, we'll get on some other adventures here. Hold on. So on to filling up the window washer fluid, which is interesting in the Bongo because I was like, oh, okay, I don't know where it is. Didn't see anything obvious under the engine coil there. So I went to the front here. This is just nothing. I don't think that opens at all. Just a fake kind of hood there. But then, luckily, it took me a minute. I don't know, do you see it? Right down, where am I? Right there. That is the window washer fluid reserve there. You even have a little symbol for us, which is interesting. Never seen that inside of a vehicle right there. That pops off. It's got a little kind of measuring device there. So yeah, that's it. So I can fill some of that up, and we'll be good for the windows. Alright guys, I think we're going to end the video there. I'm going to jump in the truck and head out for a bit. I'm not sure what we'll really get up to, but who knows. The bed is empty and Gonna go for a drive, see how those lifters do and whatnot. So appreciate you watching. This is a bit of a longer one, kind of a day in the life type of video. Not sure if you enjoy that one or just the straight scrapping one. So let me know in the comments below. Be cool to get to that $3,000 mark if we can. So a bit of a longer video for you. Thanks again. Take care.